Hello there, Sarah. Thank you for coming over to my place.
You never call me, so I rushed right over. Are you going to have another fit?
No, I'm not going to have another fit. I called you to talk about our group paper account. I have heard some discussions that people with smaller accounts have had, and I wanted to make some suggestions that may help others relate their accounts to our group trades.
Thank you, Andy. But you have said that the trades that we discuss at our meetings are all intended for paper money accounts. Are you recommending something different?
No, not at all. All of the trades that we discuss are intended for learning purposes and should only be traded in a paper money account.
Good. I thought you were going to suggest something different. This group is not offering advice on specific trades. So what did you want to suggest, Andy?
What I would like to suggest to others, those with smaller accounts, is that they set up a paper money account that reflects the account in which they will be trading real money.
What do you mean?
Our group paper account started with about $100,000 with 15 positions in a margin account. We will rarely use margin to purchase new positions, and when we do it will be only a small amount to allow for rounding.
Go on.
If someone has only $10,000 to invest and they have a margin account, they should set up their paper account the same way. Then they can trade with us in their own paper accounts, but simply limit their entry size to 10% of the orders that we trade.
But what if I only had $5,000 to invest when I master this or any other method?
Then you should set up your paper account with $5,000. You may decide that you want to use the margin capabilities of your account to trade with us at the 10% level, or you may decide to trade without margin by entering positions at the 5% level.
I don't understand margin. What does that mean?
I recommend that you don't use margin to purchase stocks until you understand what that means. In a nutshell, it means that you are borrowing money from your broker to purchase an equity. Like any loan, you will pay interest. The amount of interest will vary between brokers.
Is the interest rate high on the borrowed money?
No. Typically it is very small, because your loan is backed with the collateral of what you purchase.
So if the interest rate is very small, I will use margin as much as possible. This will allow me to maximize my returns.
No. You do not understand what trading on margin means. I strongly recommend that you avoid trading on margin until you understand the risks. I recommend going to Google and typing the question into the search bar.
What question?
Simply type the question, "What are the risks of trading on margin?"
That is a very long sentence. I may not remember it. What are the results?
One of the links that comes up is from the SEC that says, let's say you buy a stock for $50 and the price of the stock rises to $75. If you bought the stock in a cash account and paid for it in full, you'll earn a 50% return on your investment. But if you bought the stock on margin, paying $25 in cash and borrowing $25 from your broker, you'll earn a 100% return on the money you invested. Of course, you'll still owe your firm $25 plus interest.
Ooh, I love making 100%.
The SEC also says, the downside to using margin is that, if the stock price decreases, substantial losses can mount quickly. For example, let's say the stock you bought for $50 falls to $25. If you fully paid for the stock, you'll lose 50% of your money. But if you bought on margin, you'll lose 100%, and you still must come up with the interest you owe on the loan. In volatile markets, investors who put up an initial margin payment for a stock may, from time to time, be required to provide additional cash if the price of the stock falls. Some investors have been shocked to find out that the brokerage firm has the right to sell their securities that were bought on margin without any notification and potentially at a substantial loss to the investor. If your broker sells your stock after the price has plummeted, then you've lost out on the chance to recoup your losses if the market bounces back.
That sounds horrible. They can do that without notification?
That is their right, but most brokers will call you first to let you settle the account. They usually require that you settle the difference on the same day.
I think I have heard about this. Is that what people mean when they speak of a margin call?
Yes. Not the phone call itself, but the fact that the trader must react to the problem immediately.
This sounds very bad. Has it ever happened to you?
Yes. Once. And only once. That is why we will not be using very much margin in our paper account.
What were the results of your margin call?
The position that forced my margin call made a reasonable movement based as a result of a special dividend. Several things happened at once, but the result was that I was forced to close a position that was moving in my planned direction. I took a significant loss on the margin call.
Thank you, Andy. Now that I understand the risk, I will never use margin.
I did not suggest that you never use margin, I suggested that you understand the risks first. Remember, margin also offers opportunities.
This is too confusing. There is a lot to learn.
Allow me to summarize then. I'm recommending that everyone who paper trades with the real-time trades group set up a paper money account that reflects the actual account that they are trading. I'm also recommending that the paper trades that they enter are proportional to the $100,000 account that we will be starting with. And I'm also recommending that those who are tempted to use the margin capabilities in their paper accounts and real accounts ensure that they understand the risks associated with trading on margin.
Andy. While this meeting has been informative, it has been a little dry. Maybe I should ask a quick question.
Certainly. What is your question?
Will it be recorded? La 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 la.
Since you did it to me, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Just how intrusive was it?
You are not a gentleman.
Lol 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 lol.